Our people find that he's doing them on the lips, some guys. Okay. So that's what they did with the painting of the likeness of our images, man. You can see it clearly, man. We could be out here all day just talking about these images, the factual archaeologists. Okay, look at this, man. Kings. That's the St. George cross. Now, St. George actually existed, man. We got a lot of people that say that the St. George didn't exist. St. George didn't exist, man. He slew the Leviathan. Because when you read the Bible, you got the beast of the Leviathan in the scriptures. We used to call the Loch Ness Monster, man.
Jeremiah 8:1. At the time, saith the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah.
Right, at that time they shall bring out the bones of the king of Judah. When you read the Bible, you hear about Isaac was buried here and and I think Joseph, when he died, he took his bones out of Egypt. I think and brought it to bury it with his father. So that is archaeological facts and digs, the finds. Go on, bro.
Shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah.
Right, shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah. You know who the kings of Judah are? Okay, Judah is the head tribe of Israel. They were a dark-skinned tribe, and they were ruling at this time. That's why a lot of their look, you got lions, man. A lot of their symbols was lions.
3 lions.
The 3 lions of England. The word England means land of the angels. I think he's got lions on his shield. The word England meant land of the angels because we took it over after the Roman Empire and occupied it from 325 AD up to the 1400s. All the archaeology that you'll find in England between that period, what they call the Dark Ages, was so-called black men. But I just don't want to tell you this. I mean, the most they'll tell you is that Septimius Severus was from Africa. And when you look up Septimius Severus, he was one of the main guys that helped to take over the pagan Roman Empire. Because democracy went out the window, man. During that period, before that, they had many gods until Constantine came in the scene. Which behind the scenes, we incorporated the paganism. But back in pagan Rome, when you had Julius Caesar and all that, they had Zeus. No, it was Jupiter. It was Jupiter. I think Zeus went back to the Greeks. Zeus went back to the Greeks. Rome, they had Jupiter.
Jupiter, Saturn, Mars.
Right. Which they named the planets after that. So that shows you the society ain't based on the Bible. But the planets are named after those Roman gods, like the brothers saying Uranus, Pluto. And then the word Pluto is where you get the plutocracy, which pertains to the upper class, the rich class. Just like you get the aristocrats. I think the word aristocrats means, the word the Chrissy at the end of it means power, I think. And the aristos means to rule, so it means a ruling power, I think, or government ruling body. Best rule, sorry, that's what it is. The aristo means best, and the Chrissy means rule.
You know what you said about plutocracy? Yeah. It's funny because Pluto was the god of the underworld.
Oh, yeah, the darker no region.
So like they're talking about the higher ups of plutocracy, they're the gods of the underworld.
Well, the elites know it because when they come in power, they're going to renovate. They know their power ain't on the right hand side. Their power's on the left hand side. Get me that about dividing the sheep and goats. And that's like Matthew and all that stuff. Because that ties in with it, man. I got something. Go on, bro.
Micah 6:11. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and with the bag of deceitful weights? For the rich men thereof are full of violence.
Right, the rich men thereof are full of violence. Do you know how the international bankers got into power and how they're still trying to dominate through power? Through what? Wars. Anytime there's a war, it's the international bankers that infiltrated. For example, I'll give you an example. The Second World War, the First World War, was all orchestrated by the bankers. What they do is they fund both sides of the war because they got a term. That whole thing to do with the Phoenix, they got a term, war brings basically revenue. When they fund both sides of the war, both of the countries are down and out, so they have to go back to the bankers to get funded. And then when they do that, what do they do after that? Start the central bank in that country. That's how they took over damn near everywhere, man. Russia.
What are you trying to change it?
Sorry?
What are you actually trying to change?
What we're trying to change, we're trying to just...
I know you're preaching, but I'm saying, what are you actually trying to change?
We're trying to change everything, man. We're trying to bring about the Lord's program. God's program is he's going to destroy this place and set up his everlasting kingdom on earth. That's what the goal is. We're just exposing all these wicked kingdoms that have been on this earth. We're bringing about God's kingdom.
What do you want everyone to do about it?
Well, mate, there's most of these people out here have got judgment coming for them. That's according to the Bible. So it's not the word gospel means good news. But when you read this Bible, man, there's a lot of bad news. That's what the Christians ain't really teaching the people, man. They're not warning the people about the bad news.
We know that the government is corrupt, innit? We all know that.
Right.
We all know that. But what I'm trying to say is, what are you trying to achieve by standing?
I'll show you.
I'm being serious. What are you trying to
Here's the answer. Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, our job is to go out here and declare and to teach the word. So we bring in the elect of our nation. We're trying to wake up the elect of our people. And then wait for the coming of the Lord. So we got to push out the words. This is like fishing.
Well, what are you going to do if you don't get anywhere?
We are going to get somewhere because the Lord's coming back, whether anybody comes into this camp or not. That's why the Lord's coming back anyway. We're waiting for the Lord, man. See, what you don't understand is this economy is falling. You don't know, look, man, you had the bailouts going on. Greece got a bailout and stuff like that. England's in debt as well as America. The only people that ain't in debt is the banks. But they've got all these countries in debt. This place is going down the drain, man. America's in like, what, 15, almost going up 16 trillion debt. England's got debt, you know. So what they're going to do, they're going to turn it into a cashless society, man. So everybody that's going to these shops and stuff using their, the Queen Elizabeth said before them, okay, that's going to be done away with. The other day there was in Parliament talking about issuing everyone with ID cards, man. So very soon, bro, everyone's going to have walking around with ID cards, or they might skip that and just go straight to the Mark of the Beast. Ever heard of the Mark of the Beast? It's in, the Mark of the Beast is in Revelations. You got it.
Revelations 13 and 16.
Right.
And he causeth all, both small and great,
Right.
rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their...
It says
I've seen that, yeah.
the chip causes the chip. So you know, that's good that you know that, because a lot of people don't know.
I said that years ago, there'll be chips. What do you think we got Oyster cards for?
Well, that's part of it. It's all part of it. It's all part of getting, yeah, that's right, man. Yeah. It's all part of getting used to the system.
But, why are you here?
We're here to wake up our people. Where are you from, by the way? Where are you from?
You're going to come around
Are you
white?
English? Are you English?
Yeah.
Born in England, parents from England. You could be an Israelite, man. You could be an Israelite, man, because you got our people that on this sign that our seed spreads throughout the whole earth. This is about waking up the Lord's chosen people. Okay, you just got the arrow. You got
I
that.
agree with the government thing. The government's corrupt about the chips.
Well,
and shit, but all the shit about.
Is it gonna last? Is the government gonna last? The government's corrupt. Is it gonna last?
Mate, I want you doing your right.
The government's not gonna last, man.
That's Esau trying to prevail.
No, what?
It's the ultimatum. The Bible's the ultimatum. Go on, bro.
Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Right, that's what the government's going to implement soon. The Mark of the Beast, which is the RFID chip. You had this guy, Nick Rockefeller, that had a...
Why the government they're doing that?
Because it's what, well, the terrorists
Do you
are set
agree
up.
with terrorists?
First of all, we don't.
Why is Jesus a Negro?
You know why? But you know who's, you know the real terrorists? You know the real terrorists stuff? You know who's behind 9/11? George W. Bush and bankers.
Why is he a terrorist?
Who?
George W. Bush.
Because they're working for the Illuminati. They want to bring about a New York order. So most of these terrorist attacks
What's this then?
take place.
What's this? Jesus is a Negro.
That's
How do you know?
according to the Bible. You don't know that? Revelations 1 and 13.
What Bible?
The Bible, get it?
Revelations 1 and 13.
Wait, mate, it tells you in the Bible that Jesus Christ is King.
How do you know that?
Because it's in there. I can
How
show
do you know that you fucking know the Lord?
Mate, archaeology. This is remarkable.
Who read that then?
Let me show you. Scholars
Was he there then when he see it?
Hold on, I'm asking a question. Do you believe
These remarkable windows.
So who's he?
I think that one is
Jonah.
He's not white, mate. Come on,
He's brown.
It's not white. You've got light skin. You've got people that are from my nation that are light, very light.
Do you know what, mate? I'm not racist at all.
Are you Irish or something? You're from our chapters, yeah?
But honestly, listen, the Bible,
Believe in the
who
Bible.
can prove the Bible though? Who can prove it?
Archaeology can prove the Bible. And the prophecies, for example, I'll show you one thing straight away that proves the Bible's
Go on then,
facts.
prove it then.
Daniel,
When was that published? When was that published?
I mean, he doesn't say it.
I'm asking you a question. When was
The
that
Bible
published?
published in the 1600s.
Are you Muslim?
No, we're not Muslims, man.
Are you Muslim?
None of us are Muslims. We don't agree with the
So
Muslims.
what are you, mate?
English, the Bible. English, and look at that get it down.
Have you seen St. George?
St. George. You know St. George was a black man.
I know. What did he fight for?
What did he fight for? Well, he fought the dragon.
The Bible, who says the Bible is the truth?
The Bible's the truth. The Bible says the Bible's the truth. The Bible says. All right, read, man.
Daniel 7:1.
Right.
In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a
That's
dream
what it says there.
and visions
Who can
of
prove
his
it?
head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the son
Who
of
can
the
prove
man.
that?
Well, the point is the Babylonian Empire was prophesied in the Bible.
And what's all that about?
The Greek Empire was prophesied in the Bible. The Roman Empire.
What's that about? What's that about?
That's prophesied in the Bible.
You're saying that is original.
Prophesied in the Bible. Prophesied in the Bible.
No, but you shouldn't be on the fucking street.
Someone
You
get me
shouldn't be
the
on the
proper
street. You shouldn't be on the street. Don't tell me that you should move along then.
I'm trying to deal with it in order and that, man.
We went to a non-Christian country. You fucked us off straight away.
We are Christians.
We are Christians.
Yeah, we go to a Muslim country, you cut my fucking head off. You're not Christian. You can preach what you fucking like in this country, but we can't. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm just not
Goddamn Muslims, man. They're gonna die.
Let's go.
That's what God's gonna do. God took down the Egyptian Empire. God took down the Roman.
I'm not filming you, man.
God took down the Babylonian Empire.
I'm not filming you.
Why? Because America's wicked. America was
I can see.
blood.
Film that. I have to film that.
And all them ones.
We're not Muslims.
In the 1600s.
Oh, wait. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
Right, this thing is lies and robbery.
What are you saying, man? This is like...
You got the black boy, right? That's what Charles was saying. Did you know that?
They don't want to offer...
Come over here, man. Pussy old black. Fucking drunk.
Wolf tickets, wolf tickets, wolf tickets, wolf tickets.
Wankers.
Man, you don't want luck, man.
Scared boys?
Wolf tickets.
Scared boys?
Don't leg it now.
You know what? Forget them, man.
Forget them, man.
Go on, read, man.
First Maccabees 1 and 7.
Because you know what, man? These guys, yeah, they're obviously really upset, man. Go on. Don't hold it aside. Go on, read.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place.
Right?
And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, and so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Right, this is talking about the history with Alexander the Greek and the son of Philip Macedonian. Now when Alexander the Greek, which is prominent in history, they teach you history about Alexander the Greek. When he came into power, his kingdom was split to his 4 generals that took some of them took Lower Egypt, some of them took Israel and Syria. Now it says when 4 generals was in place, wickedness was multiplied in the earth. This is the Bible speaking, telling you that the Greek Empire was a wicked empire, man. Just like this society is. You see, you got these people getting upset. They're saying,